best placement for a softbox is over eye level, off to the side a little bit, but still kind of in front. And the bigger the softbox, the softer the light. Now, unfortunately, the optimal placement of said softbox would end up giving you this. It'd be cutting off half the shot. What most YouTubers end up doing is they take the softbox, put it off to the side, and now you have side lighting with shadows on this side, with a little bit of wraparound, but there's still shadows that, on the side of your nose. Some of these shadows are still a little bit harsh. It sure would be nice to have a little bit more wraparound to where the shadow edges are not that hard. I know they're a little bit soft, but it'd be nice if they were even softer and wrapping around. The light would wrap around your face even more. A bounce card is going to not soften the fall off. That just fills in the shadows. What you need is to take this light and soften the shadows and make it wrap around even more a little bit. So how do you do that? How do you take this and cut a notch out of it so the camera can't see the softbox, but you still have some light going across the top to wrap around? Well, let me show you how to do that. First thing is we get rid of this big monster. Instead of using one big rectangle, we use two strip lights. These are 1 foot by 3 foot or 12 by 36, or if you're in Europe, that's 1 meter by 1/3 of a meter. The ones that I like to use, which are quickly set up, is the Glow Easy Lock 12 by 36. These kind of operate the same. This is what it's like when they're collapsed. And all you got to do is push one thing in until it clicks and you're ready. I like the Glow softbox. Not only is it cheaper, but it has a zipper on the side so you can actually stick your hand in there and helps lock it into the bones mount a lot easier. So we're going to have one off to the side like this and one overhead like this, and that will give you the notch that you need to give you the lighting that you want. There, now you have a light right here on the side, and you have a light overhead going all the way over to here, giving you a smoother, more softer fall off for that more flattering, softer look. Now, obviously, a lot of you 20-year-olds like that dramatic look with the dark shadows. That's because you're in your 20s and you don't have wrinkles and you don't care. That's fine. I'm in my 60s and I don't want to show off my age, so I want softer light. That's why I like this, because it's clever and gives me something to talk about. So there you go. If you want smoother fall off without those harsh dark shadows, even though they're kind of soft edge, they're still dark shadows. And this helps alleviate that problem, giving you a notch in your softbox, not requiring a bounce card, big giant bounce card on the side. This gives you more wraparound light, and it gives you more, you can change the light levels. If you don't like as much wraparound, you can turn that light down a little bit more, turn this one up a little bit more. And you can even add, these are called strip lights, by the way, and you can have one down here and another one over here at very low levels of light, so you can really be creative. You'd actually be creating basically a giant ring light. I made a video about that. The little tiny ring lights suck, but if you made a giant one that was like 4 feet by 4 feet, then you would have great flattering, beauty, glamour lighting. All you really need is 2 strip lights, one here, off to the side, and one off to the top. How easy is that? Much more manageable. You have that notch that the camera can look through. You can adjust the light levels. Let's try this outside. I exposed for the sky in the background, so the background's nice. And let's turn these on and see what we can get. All right, so here we go. What do you think? This is softbox lighting outdoors. And the cool thing about this is, unlike a normal softbox where you have one light going into a big softbox, which eats up most of the light, here you have 2 lights, so you're getting more light into less space area. So these are much brighter because you have 2 lights instead of 1, and they go into a smaller surface area than a big giant softbox, so their light's more concentrated. And now you're able to get softbox lighting outdoors, which is usually quite difficult unless you have a super powerful light like 1200 watts or above. Really nice lighting outdoors. How about that? That's pretty cool, huh? So now you can do softbox lighting outdoors with nice, soft wraparound lighting. Okay. What makes photography and video look good is not necessarily the camera or the lens, it's the lighting. That's what makes things look great. So stop obsessing over the cameras and the lenses and start putting a little more thought into the lighting. That's what I'm here for. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.